prawns in coconut sauce, Thai style. Hello and welcome to Ananya's Passion on Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana. There is absolutely no reason why our passion about food should remain within the confines of what we already know. You see, food is all about discovering the soil and the flavors of a country. I was in North Thailand last December. I went to Ma Hong Son, Chiang Mai, places where we Indians usually don't go. We usually go to places which are in the south part of Thailand and Bangkok. So this kind of opened my eyes to a lot of different flavors in Thailand. What I'm going to today do is something that's inspired by Thailand. I don't know whether it's North Thailand or South Thailand or Central Thailand, but hey, it's inspired by the soil and the flavors of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to make prawns in coconut sauce, Thai style. For this absolutely inspired Southeast Asian dish, you're going to need prawns shelled and deveined, chopped onions, turmeric powder or haldi, thick coconut milk, fish sauce, basil leaves, lemon juice, chopped lemongrass, chopped galangal or Thai ginger, chopped fresh red chilies, salt, chopped spring onions. We're going to start by first making the paste. So in goes the red chilies cut, the onions. This is going to be a kind of a curry, probably a little thicker than a curry, sauce consistency, but that's how it's going to be. So the galangal is going in now. The galangal or the Thai ginger, you'd probably need a sharp knife to chop it because it's harder than the normal ginger. Plus it's also sharper in taste than the ginger that we normally use. So be careful with how much amount you want to use. And I love the smell, the lemongrass. Just give it a nice mix. It's going to get grinded into a paste. As you can see, I told you the galangal is very hard, so we probably need to add a little bit of water and then give it another twist. We really need to make this into a fine paste because you don't want any of the spices to remain whole and you kind of bite into it when you're eating. And I think you're almost done. Yes, there you go, a fine paste of all the spices. I have a heated wok here and I'm going to put in all the spices into this. As you can see, there's no oil, and I hope you've noticed that I've got this really nice oriental design spatula. Kind of adds to the mood, perhaps even adds to the flavors. And now we need to put all these things together on heat and let all the flavors come together. And you'll know how it's happening. Keep the heat slow because I'm going to get this brilliant whiffs of the galangal and the lemongrass. Okay, so this is beginning to happen. I'm going to add a little water to this so that it doesn't burn. You know, the lemongrass, it's a fascinating herb. It actually originates in India and Southeast Asia, and it's an excellent mosquito repellent, which means if you grow a lot of bushes of lemongrass in and around your house, you'd probably get freedom from mosquitoes. Interestingly, lemongrass is also used in the beehive industry. Yes, the beekeepers use lemongrass to attract the bees because lemongrass apparently smells like the pheromones of the bee. So the bees come in swarms to the hives that the beekeepers have prepared for them. See, on one hand, the lemongrass drives away the mosquito. On the other hand, it invites the honeybee. Interesting. And well, this is certainly going to invite a lot of guests into your house, the way the lemongrass and the galangal are smelling. So spices are almost done, and I'm going to add the turmeric in, just a little bit, and about half a cup of water, and let it cook again. The basics of Thai cuisine, though this is not authentic Thai, is that they do not believe in simple flavors. Thai cuisine is all about complexity. They let a lot of flavors and ingredients come together, and they want the connoisseur's tongue to detect each layer of flavor one by one. That is true Thai cuisine. So our base of the sauce is ready. And we're going to add the yummy coconut milk. I mean, this should really give you confidence. Nothing can go wrong when you put in coconut milk. It's one of those yummy ingredients. Now give it a nice stir, and it's time to add in the prawns. As I said earlier, they were already deveined and shelled. It's already beginning to smell really, really nice. And if you thought that it's fragrant enough, I'm going to add some more lovely smelling basil leaves. Just mull them a little bit in your hand and spread them through so that the oils get released. This may not be the right thing that they teach in chef school. You're supposed to do it with dried herbs, but I do it because I can smell them in my hand. Yeah, it's smelling of this lovely basil smell. And the next entrant into this jamboree of flavors that's going on in your wok is fish sauce. Just about half teaspoon would do, and perhaps 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Yeah, that should be it. Now I would like to reduce this to the right consistency before I add the salt. That way I'm sure that the amount of salt that's going in is the right amount, and that's how I do it. So this is about time to add the salt. So now I'm going to add the salt. Do remember you've added the fish sauce, which already consists of some amount of salt, so be careful of how much salt you add. You have to keep stirring so that the sauce doesn't settle at the bottom. Right, it's time to transfer the prawns in coconut curry sauce into our serving bowl. And as you can see, the tails of the prawns have turned orange, which means they are done. All it needs is a sprinkling of green, which is where my spring onions, which are reserved for this, comes. Your prawns in coconut curry sauce, Thai style, is done. This is fantastic because it's not really as complex as the authentic Thai cuisine, but it is inspired by Thai flavors. So it's easy to do, and it still keeps your taste buds tingling with memories of Thailand. Have a great weekend and try something new.